Welcome to the WIHS Journal. On the broadcast with me today, we'll meet Dave Heugins, one of the facilitators from Celebrate Recovery in Manchester, letting you know about their special event taking place July 11th, an open barbecue. Stay tuned next for all the details. Dave Heugins, thank you so much for being with the WIHS Journal today. I know it was great. We met in the studio, I think it was a year or 2 years ago. We met with some wonderful folks from your church and Celebrate Recovery. So for listeners who never heard about Celebrate Recovery, can you just tell us real quick what that is?
Well, Celebrate Recovery is a Christ-centered 12-step program for all hurts, habits, and hang-ups. And it's a international program. There's some 35,000 groups around the world, different languages, everything. It's been around for about 26 years, 27 years now. There's 18 meetings in Connecticut, and I'm representing the one in Manchester at the Nazarene Church there. But there are a lot of others.
So, and obviously in these groups, people get to be intimate and they know each other. And
absolutely.
So, what kind of breakthroughs have you noticed that are really common? I mean, we know about any hurt, habit, or hang up, but is there something that's more common than others?
Well, people come for different reasons. Usually, there's something that they want to change in their lives, and it can be any number of things. The most common thing among the men that I've seen has been sexual addiction, and anger. Those are the two big ones for men. For women, there's food issues and codependency and things of that nature. We have a group for habits and addictions for women, and an open group for everything else. And for the men in Manchester, we have a sexual addiction group. We call it a men's purity group. That sounds better.
Yep.
More positive.
Yes, exactly.
And also an open group.
And so you facilitate the group every week. And how do you think God has strengthened your walk by hosting these events?
Well, oh man, where to start?
That was a good question, huh?
Yes, it was. This program brought me out of 60 years of struggling alone and failing, trying to be a Christian, trying to be a man of God, and being hampered and hamstrung with addiction. And so it is a powerful program, and it's not necessarily a quick fix, because usually we've been struggling with something for years before we come into it.
Yep.
So it takes a while to get over it. But there are things that the experiences that we had in our childhood, things that we got into. God can deliver a person immediately, but sometimes He takes longer.
Yep.
I think sometimes that what He wants to do is get close to us.
Absolutely.
And that happens when we're wounded.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
That's certainly what happened in my life. It's amazing when we look back over a year, the changes that we've seen in people's lives as they work the program, and marriages put back together, people getting off the street and getting into an apartment.
Yeah,
Just all kinds of things, as well as just ordinary people that have ridden the pew for years are coming alive, and that of course is probably the majority of our people are ordinary church people.
That's great. I'm glad that, like I said, you have this group, Celebrate Recovery. So tell us the times you meet and the days, and then we'll talk about the special event on July 11th.
Yes. Well, in Manchester, we meet every Thursday night. About 6 o'clock, we start with supper, and then we have a large meeting, relatively large, and which is either a testimony or a lesson. And 25 lessons a year, 25 testimonies a year, and 2 special events, and this is one of the special events. And then usually except for the special events, at 8 o'clock, we break into small groups and share. And these are completely safe from condemnation. So there's no fixing, no crosstalk. It's a place where you can speak.
Yeah, no shocking moments for anybody, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody falls off their chair. Nobody points the finger. Nobody tells you to just cut it out, because we've all tried to just cut it out. Yeah. It took more than that.
Well, thank you for sharing your heart and all this information. And for any, did we miss any details that you would like our listeners to know about?
Yes. Well, there are 18 meetings in Connecticut. And this is not a program that we've cooked up on the back burner. This is an international program, and there are meetings in Middletown, Middlefield, Haddam, Wallingford, Avon, Hartford, as well as Manchester. So you can get information on that from the CelebrateRecovery.com website. There's a meeting finder there.
Okay. Do you know that offhand?
Yes, it's CelebrateRecovery.com.
Okay. Again, before we close, can you just think of a quick testimony of somebody? I know you said you've been doing the meetings for a long time. Can you just share a quick testimony of something or someone that was delivered and came to the program?
Well, certainly I can. What happened to me was that before I encountered Celebrate Recovery, I had struggled alone with sexual addiction for 60 years.
Wow.
I just couldn't not shake it, even though I wanted to serve the Lord. I loved the Lord. I could not shake it. And when Celebrate Recovery came, I went to, the first meeting I went to, the lesson was on denial, which is what I had been in all those years. And after that, we broke up into small groups, and I sat around a table with a bunch of guys, Christian guys, and we all introduced ourselves. I'm Dave, grateful believer in Jesus Christ, who struggles with, gasp, choke, an X-rated imagination. And when I said that, it was like I could hear the chains breaking.
Praise God.
Nobody fell off their chair. Nobody laughed at me. Nobody told me just cut it out. It was the grace of God just enveloped me. And most people don't have a miracle on the first night, but I did.
Praise God.
And that was 10 years ago. Yes, I've had some battles since then, but it's never been like it was. And I'm free today, one day at a time. Amen. And I thank the Lord for what He's done. And I've over and over again, I've been in the program for 10 years. I've been in 6-step studies, and I have seen over and over again miracles in the lives of men and women.
Once again, that was Dave Heugins, one of the facilitators from Celebrate Recovery in Manchester, Connecticut. If you would like any more details about this interview, call WIHS at 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily those of the staff and management of a station. I'm Anissa Porticelli. The WIHS Journal is public affairs from WIHS, Middletown,